Hi, it's Evan here at Ease into Flow. Thank you so much for stopping by on my channel today. To all of my returning subscribers, I had such a great time flowing with you all in my last video. If you are new here to the Ease into Flow channel, here we are focused on all things yoga and wellness, intentionally creating ease within our daily life. Today's flow will be focused on welcoming in the summer solstice. It is the beginning of summer and the days are longer. We should be inviting more joy and ease into our lives, and so this will be a full body Vinyasa flow to help us get energized for summer. All you need is your yoga mat or even a towel. No blocks or props are required, but you are more than welcome to use them if they help you with the poses. And we'll go ahead and get started at the top of our mats in mountain pose. Let's begin at the tops of our mat here as we circle sweep our arms and bring our hands into prayer center. My intention for this summer solstice is to have focused, present fun. I still have a lot of goals, but I definitely want to stay present this summer. And so if you'd like to use that same intention, I invite you to use that as well, and you can set your own. Okay, we'll take one big inhale. Exhale, open mouth, side out. Going to circle sweep our arms really big here. The mini back bend. And just cactus our arms behind us. Swing our arms ahead of us. Back into prayer center. Exhale, forward fold, dive. You can keep a slight bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shin, planting our hands just below our knees, and our neck and spine is in neutral. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat into high plank. Keeping our back parallel to the mat, and you can also always lower your knees too as well. And we'll slowly begin to chaturanga our arms all the way to the mat. Keeping our chest to the mat, we'll slowly begin to lift up for baby cobra, keeping our hands by our chest and our feet flat for a slight back bend. Exhale, lower. Extending your arms in front of you on the mat, we'll then begin to rise up for king cobra. Still keeping our feet planted firmly on the mat. We'll just engage just a little bit deeper here. So inhale, exhale. You can drop the right shoulder for a slight twist. Gently gazing upward. Rise back up again. Same thing on the left side, dropping the left shoulder. Rise back up. Bring your palms back to your chest, and we will then begin to roll up to tabletop. On all fours, stacking our shoulders over our wrist and our hips over our knees. Our spine and neck is in neutral and our core is engaged here. As we set up for a few rounds of cat-cow, we'll then begin to dome our spine and take our gaze backwards for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Begin to set these free. You want to do barrel rolls or wrist stretches or stretch out your neck. Just ensure you're creating symmetry within the body. Have about 4 more breaths here and we'll meet back into tabletop. Having our hands firmly planted on the mat, we will then begin to briefly tuck our toes underneath and then exhale into downward facing dog. Pressing through the triads of our hands, our biceps are by our ears. Begin to pedal out your feet to stretch out your calves. You can also begin to stack hip over hip for scorpion dog as well. And if you're stacking hip over hip, just ensure you're doing both left and right side. We'll take one deep cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth side out. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, let's take tiny, tiny, tiny steps to the tops of our mat. And we'll just lie here for ragdoll pose. I encourage you to keep a bend in your knees so you can get the fullest stretch in your hamstrings. And just allow yourself to be present here. Allow something to roll off your back. Start the summer fresh. You can grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. You can switch out your grip. Gently release, and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, we'll begin to roll up into mountain pose as we set up for 2 rounds of sun A's. So we'll circle sweep our arms once more, Urdhva. Exhale, surrender, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once more, deep cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth side out. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, step, hop, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, rise, Urdhva. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 cleansing breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth side out. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth side out. Lift up the right leg for 3-legged dog. Foot is facing towards the mat and is flexed. And begin to gently step it through for low crescent lunge, allowing that left knee to be placed on the mat. Hips are parallel. We'll swing our arms up. Pinkies are dialed together. Shoulders and hips are stacked over one another. We'll gain our breath here. Inhale. Exhale to deepen. Inhale. Exhale, deepen. Begin to drop the left arm in front and revolve your low crescent lunge. to the right side of your body. Still keeping strong arms, and this twist is coming from your torso, so your torso is engaged here. Keeping strong arms, lifting up that left arm here will exalt our revolve crescent. Keeping our gaze upward, and then we'll exhale, plant our left palm on the mat. We'll then prop up on the back leg, the left leg, for easy twist. We're still keeping our lower back here parallel with us, so keeping it steady. And then planting both palms on the mat now, we will then spike into pyramid pose. Keeping our feet directly parallel behind one another for pyramid. Stretching out the right calf here. So we'll hold. And then we'll inhale, halfway lift, and then lower. Ensuring you just have enough space, we'll then begin to slowly but surely reverse our pyramid, taking our gaze upward, a little bit of a balance challenge. Then exhale, warrior two at the top of our mat here. Inhale for peaceful. Frame your foot. Let's take your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take one cleansing breath before we do the same thing on the left side. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth side out. Lift up the left leg for three-legged dog. Gently step it through, low crescent lunge. Our sides are different, so you might be able to get a little bit deeper here. Still keeping shoulders and hips stacked and our pinkies dialed in together. From a low crescent lunge, we'll then begin to drop the right arm in front, the left arm behind us to revolve our crescent. Twist is still coming from the torso, so ensuring we're keeping a centered core. We'll then lift up on the right side for exalted low crescent. Getting that right stretch here. And exhale, planting your hand back onto the mat on the right side. Lifting up the left hand to the sky. We are going to prop up for easy twist. Spiking up on the back of our right leg here for easy twist. Imagine we have our blocks on top of us, so everything is steady here. Then planting both hands on the mat, ensuring you have enough space, we'll prop up into pyramid pose. So pyramid, ensuring you have enough space and your feet are right behind each other. We'll slowly begin to lift up, keeping our core center for reverse pyramid. Then exhale, warrior two at the tops of our mat. Inhale, tip it back for peace. Gaze is upward. Frame your foot. Chaturanga, take your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll lift up our right leg once more for three-legged dog and bring it through, trying to create the number 4 at the tops of our mat for pigeon pose. And we'll just hold a gentle pigeon pose here. You don't have to lower all the way down if you don't want to. You can still get a really good sensation of the stretch up here. And we'll just hold here for the next 5 breaths. We'll then bring our palms forward and release our right leg back into downward facing dog. One more downward facing dog of the day. Looking up, bringing up the left leg now for 3-legged dog and swinging it through. Creating the number 4 for our pigeon pose. We'll hold here for the next 5 breaths. We'll then release. We can fall to our seats and just allowing ourselves to fall back on our mats. We can't forget to allow for some rest this summer. So we'll be here for a brief moment for Shavasana. Just allow everything to relax. Deepen your breaths. Allow your shoulders and lower back to melt, and your hands and feet fall where they lay for Shavasana. Begin to bring back movement within the body and awaken. Begin to fall to your favorite side and press up into seated pose and circle sweep our arms. Bring them into prayer center. The highest good in me honors, sees, and believes in the highest good in you. Thank you so much for flowing with me today for the summer solstice. I hope you have a wonderful summer. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in my next flow. Namaste.